Okay, sorry everyone. There's some technical problem. So just now I was like trying to settle I think I pressed the wrong linkage from the Zoom to the live video.
Okay, sorry everyone. There's
So,
some technical problem.
of course, today I'm here. Sorry for the few minutes late. I'm just going to do a watch party on my personal page also. I wait give me a while. Okay, so those who are here watching, I think some of you text me that whether is live because just now I was explaining that the first 2 minutes there's some technical problem that I couldn't connect to the live itself. I think the linkage is a bit wrong. So today I would expect a smaller crowd because today is the day that we can all go out for viewings and agents can and buyers can actually go to show flats. Of course, it's by appointment basis lah. So end of day is that we can resume back to our normal, schedule. That just that the viewing wise, they have to be scheduled in a way that every time slot there's only every half an hour there's only one group of buyers and there's limited number of people that can come in lah. So you give me a while. I just wait. Let's see this. Okay, I come back to the okay. So later at the last part, I'm going to ask you all for some feedback about, because I'm thinking about shifting the live to maybe weekdays night, like maybe Monday or Tuesday night, 8 or 9 p.m. so that more people can actually come in because weekends should be a time where we are all busy running our things. I mean, our sales and our viewings and buyers are going out to see houses, things like that. So at 2 p.m. Is not the best ideal time because last week I didn't foresee that this week we will have the government is going to put everything back to normal. So apparently this is happening and moving forward, we might have to do some changes to it. Okay. So of course, those who are in, you can actually and you can actually share to do a watch party or what, to share with more people. So end day, we are here all to learn together. Today, what are we going to go through? Today, we have a topic. Okay, so today our topic will be, today is the episode 7, which is very fast. We have run through 7 weeks already. I started this, I think, maybe about 2-3 weeks into the circuit breaker. Okay, so we are actually, in a way, we are actually at the phase 2 now. And yesterday, I think a lot of us has already went out. But of course, I went back to take some things from my office. The car park is still quite empty. So I really hope that we can resume back to normal life as soon as possible, but of course, into the safety of everybody. So this week, what are we going to share? I'm going to run through the 3 factors that will cause resale or new launch property to increase or drop prices in different districts, because this has been one of the key things that we want to know. I think a lot of talks, all these are talking about new launches, because to be very frank, why are we all talking about new launch? Because new launch is easier to gauge how do we see whether you can make money, all these things, because there is a certain baseline that we have. But resale property is very different because there is a lot of different timing that the buyers buy, and there's a lot of different prices that the buyers buy also. So which means there's a lot of different stakeholder in terms of the prices. Okay, so some of the things that I'm going to go through today, I might have shared before, but I'm going to run through in a very different scenario. So why are we running this today? Because end of the day, all my live session, I just want one thing. I just want all of you to understand, based on your property itself, what is a better situation or better scenario that you can actually do, which means what like if I'm holding a resale, should I sell, should I keep, things like that. So looking at all these things, you can make a better decision moving forward, because I realize if you are able to, end of the day in the market, is all about demand and supply. If you are able to catch this well, actually regardless of what thing you are able to invest correctly. Of course, in terms of our home, sometimes it's not just a pure investment, but we also want to buy something that have a potential of going up, things like that. So I see a lot of people logging in now. We got about close to 40 coming in, and I think some of you might be outside running your viewings also, so you can just log on with your iPhone. I think we will be able to run through this also. End of day, those who are not able to come now, the video will be on the page itself. You can actually run through it at the later time. Okay, so I hope that all the things that I'll be sharing will be helpful to all of you lah. Okay, so later on, last part, I will be, please stay on to the last part because I would like to have some feedback from you guys. What are the feedback that I need? I need to understand, would it be better to shift the live to weekdays night or weekends night? Because I do not know, maybe weekends we also want to, you know, go out and have dinner or family gathering, things like that. So weekdays night is like a time where, you know, after work, you come back home, there's maybe spend 45 minutes, I can run through a live so that we can learn something together. My thoughts is that Monday or Tuesday night moving forward, but I would like to hear from all of you later on, okay? Okay, so what are we going to share today? So 3 things: supply, demand, and exit plan, which is something that is very important. So this is the scope that we are going to go through. So how does the supply and the demand in different areas later we'll see affect the prices of condo, because we are not going to talk about HDB today. We are only purely going to condo. Today's session will be about 45 minutes, maybe about 35 minutes to 40 minutes of me sharing. After that, we can have some Q&A, depending on what whether there's a lot of questions to be asked, because I think some of you are running outside, you will not have time to actually put in the questions also. And I'm thinking about the next few sessions. I'm also trying to see whether I'm open to invite even agents or customer who have some questions that you have. Of course, last few sessions I'm running like ask me anything, so that you just put in your questions. I just run through your case. But moving forward, what I'm thinking is that we are not going to do that. We are going to if clients that is you know, shy to come on board, you can actually ask the agents to come in. We can just have a live session to discuss about the case. I mean, that will be more lively because it's not like me talking alone. It's like we are doing it as a you know, a live talk show session that we can actually ask based on your case. We just discuss openly and as casual as possible based on your case. Okay, and the third point that we are going to talk about today is the exit plan. So of course, I can't really say that there's an actual exit plan, but what I'm trying to say is that the time that you enter will actually determine the time that you exit also, because of the SSD. So I'm going to show you a few examples about those who enter early and those who enter later. What is the difference in terms of the profit and in terms of the fee they have to pay? Then after that, what is going to happen? So what is a better advice for you if you want to buy a property today? Okay. Of course, today, most of my session, you will understand, I wouldn't say that you come here, you have to buy a property, or this is the good time to buy a property, because end of the day, I really feel that to see whether you should buy a property, there's a lot of factors. Factors like whether you can afford comfortably. And the word is comfortably, because moving forward, to be frank, whether got COVID, no COVID, we also do not know what is the situation going to be like. Prior to that, we also do not know whether we can't confirm, say that 100% the price is going to go up. Of course, all these research that I've done will help you more. But end day is still you have to have holding power. You have holding power, and with the research done, you are able to what? You're able to do a good investment in that point. Okay, so now today we are going to come into a resale first. Straight away, we are talking about resale comparison. So what is going to happen to a resale? I'm going to show you 2 projects in a resale vicinity. Then I'm going to show you some other projects in other vicinity that we are talking about. Some of them make money, some of them didn't make money. Okay, so along this time that I'm sharing, if you got any question, you can actually just put into the chat so that I can see. Then if I could, I will answer straight away. If not, I will put it behind and I will run through your questions. Okay, so first thing first is that this condo called Grandeur. I do not know whether you all know where is it, but Grandeur is located in Ang Mo Kio, which is quite close to the MRT, because MRT station is around, I think, here. So beside the MRT, there's another called Central Residences. So in this whole vicinity, there's only 2 condos, which you can see for Grandeur. Beside, there is not much condo that we are definitely talking about. Okay, so this is one example. I'm going to show you why I'm going to show you this, because I'm going to show you based on supply. Supply we are talking about. Bear in mind, there's 2 types of supply that we are talking about. One is you are surrounded by condo, existing condo that you are, let's say you're 10 years old, the rest is 5 years old, 3 years old, then there's 15 years old, you know, there's a lot of condos surrounding you. Another type is what? Upcoming supply. So first, if we can be in a location there's no supply at all, that's the best. But if we are in a location that is having supply, we do not want to be in a location that have a lot of upcoming supply. So later I'm going to run through and explain a bit clearer to you. So now we see this Grandeur 8. And another one is Bishan Loft, surrounding all HDB. What is going to happen to their prices? So in fact, I used to believe, and a lot of people have been telling a lot of even my customer, even I tell my customer that resale, high chance you are not going to make money. So I mean, there is still a need for resale. Can I say that? Because a lot of people still need to buy a house for own stay, things like that, which means that we cannot just say that we have to buy a new properties because let's say I want to, you know, there's a lot of article or ads about what sell one and buy two, but of course doing this have to be in you have to do it based on what based on your finances comfort. I have to emphasize that again. Your finances have to be comfortable before we do all these things. Okay, so let's say I sell one and buy two. I cannot be, some of the clients will want to do one resale and one new one, because resale you're staying and the new one you're buying a property that can make money. Okay, hi Michelle, thank you for your thumbs up. Okay, so we are hovering around 40. I hope that we can hit 80 today. Okay, so just now I was saying so one resale, one new one. So but end of the day we would want to achieve one resale, one new one, both are making money. I mean that's the best thing that we can have. So we also want a home of ourselves, you know, buy a resale, I can move in immediately. The main pushing factor of changing a house sometimes is that I want to buy a house that I can stay, you know, just not just buying for investment, because house is a very different thing. We are not 100% investment, because there is a lot of element of emotion, own stay coming into a picture. Okay, so now talking about these two, that is standing alone. Okay, as you can see from here, they are bought in 2014, 2015, which is a time that is not the most fantastic time that we are talking about property itself. And there is really a few transactions that bought here and sell in 4 years' time, just past the SSD, and they are making almost $100,000, which means what? I mean, some crossing 100, some a bit lesser, depending on the purchase price and the sales price that you are putting in. But there is transaction. But I want to emphasize, there is really transaction in those condos that make money. So, but the amount of money they make is not the huge amount. This amount can cover your interest, maybe a bit of your renovation. Maybe you just stay for the next 4 years for free, which is possible. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not true that all resale don't make money, because I used to believe in that. But after researching, I realized that there is some resale that will still make money. Okay, but of course you need to be what? Looking for resale with surrounding nothing is the best, because when surrounding nothing, nobody is competing with you. The demand is still, if the demand is still there, the price will have to move up. But if the demand is huge, later I'm going to talk about the demand. The demand is huge, the price have to move up more. So end of the day, you buy location like that, of course you have to go in depth into what, like I share with you based on my last few sharing about the unit that you're selecting. All these things is important also. So why do I say unit that you're selecting? If you buy Bishan, you want to buy what? 3-4 bedroom, because these are town that is for own stay. So buying the right type of unit, and of course in a location that there's not much supply, you are quite safe in terms of the investment, and you are going to make money. You see, you are making $100,000, $130,000. I think that is good amount to talk about, because you are staying there and you're using that vicinity. Someone is paying all this interest for you. Okay, and nowadays if you renovate until like palace like that one I cannot help you because there is additional money that we are spending. So my take is still buying resale. If you're not going to stay for super long term, maybe renovation, you try to keep it as low as hi Evan. Okay, thank you for tuning in. So the renovation cost, you don't want to also overstretch yourself. Okay, so I'm going to show you this. I think this is something that I've shown you before, but later I'm going to show you another location, which is in Tampines also. And in my recently I go and search. Do you know? I do not know. All those who are tuned in. I asked you all. Do you all know where is like the Glades the where Urban Vista. Then where is that? The Grandeur Park area. Do you all know that area? Are you familiar with that area? The glaze, all this. Who? No, anybody? I think the live sometimes a bit lag. Okay, so I just continue later. I just see your feedback. So because why I say the area, because the area is actually the same. So now we look at this location. This is something that I shared before, but I'm going to run through again for the benefit of those who have not tuned in. Okay, so you look at this MV Residence, Palette, Dilnes, and Coco Palm. If you see MV TOP in 2013, 2015 Palette TOP, 2017, 2018 Coco Palm. So this is what I'm saying. When MV take keys, there is a lot of upcoming supply. So 15, 17, 18, and Belsa MOP in 19, which means Belsa is going to affect that there will be unit that is for sale in 2019 because they can't sell earlier. That they have an MOP. So when this happen, what is going to happen? So you see, thank you for liking and sharing. So those who are tuning in, please help me to like and share so that we can spread this to more people. Okay, so you can see from here, 2013, 15. So what happened? 15, I show you, you see, those who bought MV 2014, they are buying at the average of $1,100 per square foot. Why I take 14, 13? Because it's right before this TOP. So the new supply is not in yet. There's no new supply coming in. So it's still at a good average of 1,001. But when the supply start to come in, and later on, batch by batches, the new supply come in, 2019, the price dropped to average of about $900. So hi Douglas, see you again this week. Can you all help me like and share also? And those who are new to this page, you all can follow also. So next time when we got new live, you will be informed so that we can come in together. Okay, so you can see the price actually dropped about $200 per square foot. Because why? Because there is a lot of supply coming in that area. So now we look at another location, which is in Tampines. We look at this Waterview and Tropica, which is the oldest in that area. You see, just now I mentioned upcoming supply, which means, of course, I would not say that you like for example Tapestry. Okay, so Tapestry, is there any new upcoming supply? Don't have. The next one is when Park Central, which is 8 years later, because Park Central is an EC. They take keys, the MOP 5 years later, which means Tapestry is one of the last project in this location, which is still safe. But like I say, if we can buy a condo with surrounding nothing, that is of course the best. But what I'm trying to tell you is that later I'm going to show you Santorini, which is right smack in between the old and the new one. That one is really suffering. But Tapestry, good thing is that moving forward for the next 8 years, there will be no new condos and there's no new land that is going to, unless they open the opposite, which I do not see that happening as of now. So we look at this Waterview and Tropica. You see, they are the first two. After that, new one come up, buy, resale, lose money. Lose 30,000, lose 25,000, lose $40,000. Just now I was mentioning, I think some of nobody actually answered my question. So I do not know whether you all know why is the Glaze, Urban Vista, and Grandeur Park, and that location is something that I want to emphasize. But of course, I did not do the data out today. But I'm going to later, if you're free, y'all can go and see. And of course, if y'all want to understand more, y'all can contact me. It's not a problem. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Urban Vista and Glaze are not doing fantastic. Some of the Urban Vista owner lose money. Some of the Glaze owner also lose money. But if you realize Grandeur Park owner make money. Why? Because Grandeur Park is the last in that vicinity that we are talking about. So if you are buying a project, be it resale or new one, you want to be one of the last one. Okay, if you are the last one, you are still quite safe. Okay, so resale, coming back here, very simple. If you very clearly you see you buy surrounding nothing, or you are the last resale in the newest resale in that vicinity, you are still safe. But if you are really looking for resale, try to find something that surrounding you are the one and only, if possible. If not, not too much, not like 10, 15 condos or 5, 6 condos cluttering together. Try to buy in a location that is standing alone. So if you're staying in a resale right now, look around, see whether your beside got a lot of condos upcoming, or whether there is a lot of condo that is there now. If you realize, if you go and check your own property, if there is a lot existing condo, you usually see your condo prices don't really move. And if there's a lot upcoming condo, you might see your condo prices dropping. So we always want to do. I mean, end of the day, I'm not here to advocate you to buy. End of the day is what? If your property is not performing, is there some other property that can be performing? Do a change. I mean, do a change. You are not going to stretch yourself. Maybe a 1.3 you can change to a 1.3 million also, but the other 1.3 is a performing property. So do that. Of course, end of the day, I still realize one thing is that don't change for sake of changing. I mean, we are still, for me, I'm still an agent. Okay, so I do not like to tell you that, hey, you need to buy, you need to sell, you need to buy without a reason that is really, really important. Okay, so unless you really see a potential, unless you really see that your property is stagnant and the next property is having an upside, okay, based on all the research, then do a change. I mean, that is something that we are just like buying stocks also. Changing stocks. Why? Because some stocks is underperforming. Okay. Okay. So we are going to move on to the new properties. Okay. If you see, I'm sharing here Tampines. I'm also going to share here as a new launch, same place, Tampines, but now I'm going to go through Santorini. So of course, end of the day, we are always talking about new properties are going to make us a lot of money. So I done some research and it's not totally true. Because there is some properties that don't make money. So of course, moving forward, we have to be very concerned about what we are buying. We have to be very careful in terms of the if, like I said, if today's session, if you get this right, the demand and supply, it's going to help you in a lot of manner. So you see this Santorini, the highest profit is $72,000. So it's not huge. The lowest, I think there's one $3,000 over dollars, but now I only put in the $28,000. So there's not a lot of owners that make a lot of money. Why? Because very, very unlucky, they are stuck here. They TOP in 217, okay? While you see usually TOP, the price will move up, but when it TOP actually helps just, launch or 1 year before, somewhere there. So a lot of buyers have a lot of choices. Then after moving forward a bit, Tapestry launch. So the buyers there are so confused that they then another 2 years later, you can buy an EC, bigger space. So there's a lot of competitor to Santorini, which affect the prices. So the prices of Santorini didn't move up. So if you want to buy a new launch, you also do not want to try not to buy in a location that is cluttered with a lot of new developments coming out. So like I emphasize again, new upcoming supply. Current supply still quite okay. New upcoming, try to avoid. Okay. So now I'm going to show you another new launch, which is Panorama. Surrounding nothing. So we see how much they make. So if you are buying a new launch and surrounding there's no supply, you look at the profit. Highest is $529,000. I mean, if I could bought this property and now I sell and make 500,000, it's as good as buying and making a HDB, the fully paid HDB at $500,000. So if you pick a new one in the vicinity, there's no supply, you are good chance you are going to make this kind of money. Okay. One more example, North Park, surrounding nothing. And of course, North Park is a very, very special product because it's integrated, which is what I tell a lot of some of my clients also today. Like Sengkang Grand is also integrated. This product is really something that I'm very curious about because there's no logic one. Sometimes the prices move so much that it's a lot of emotion involved. Of course, whenever buyers go to the shopping mall, they want to move upstairs, things like that. So they are willing to pay a certain kind of prices for that. Like North Park, we are going at now, there's one $2,000 per square foot, but I do not want to take that into consideration because it's not average. Average of 1,006 is there for North Park. And they are making 400 over 1,000. Why? Unique and stand alone, nothing in the surrounding. New one, stand alone, you are going to make it, okay? Then now we look at this Pasir Ris, which is just now what I mentioned, same place. You see, I'm taking the same location to show you. But now I'm going to show you one thing. Why I'm going to show you this? Because I'm going to show you if you are buying a new one, or you're buying a resale and there's no upcoming supply, okay, you're still quite safe. Look at Dines and Coco Palm, last two in that vicinity. Did they make money? We take the three comparison, Coco Palm, Dines, and MB. MB go down. Dines and Coco Palm go the other opposite direction. Why? Because they are the newest and there's no new one coming out. So let's say there's another new one upcoming in this time. I can tell you Coco Palm prices will not move in this manner because there's more choices, more supply. Buyers is same. Price have to come down. So you look at this, Coco Palm highest profit 431,000, Dines $387,000. So if you buy one of the last launch in that vicinity, you have to look at the surrounding, whether there is a lot of land for empty plot of land, all these things you have to be very careful. But of course, empty plot sometimes they are still not in the market for sale. So if you see they are in GLS land, you faster sell your property. Let's say I buy a new launch in Serangoon, let's say Serangoon. Then after that, I see a GLS beside me launch, I faster sell but I have to pass my SSD later. I'm going to talk about this because after they launch, it will affect my prices. So you have to be fast, okay? If you have to be very vigilant around what is happening around you. You cannot be like you don't know what is happening, like you do not know whether there's land for sales or these things. So the good thing about Coco Palm and Dines is that there's no new land. No new land. They are still holding on to their prices. They are still holding on to their profit. So if you're buying one of the last few launches in that vicinity, because there's no more land, you are quite safe. Okay, so there's no more supply coming in. Okay, but of course the demand still plays a part. Okay, so MB, I'm not going to repeat this. So next one, I'm going to talk about demand because I'm going to talk about in a location that there's also quite a lot of supply. But bear in mind here, there's no upcoming supply. Upcoming supply is quite far away. Of course, Verdure is coming up, which is not super near here, but it's still in the vicinity. Most of the condos that is coming out in this area, like Daintree, Verdure, all this is in the other vicinity. So this place, the newest is this 2015, the rest is all 1990 plus. A lot of supply in one location, but there is no upcoming supply. Okay, so but a lot of supply, there is also another thing. You see, Southaven 1 and 2, they are making money. So why? Is usually freehold, one of the key thing, and also secondly, but I think one is leasehold, so it still make money. I'm not saying that leasehold or one can make money, can, if you got this thing called demand. So why I say demand? Because in Bukit Timah, there is going to go through a change, which is they are going to have a shopping mall that is bigger than Bedok Mall integrated, Bedok Mall residence, Bedok Mall, which is a Bedok residence on top. Okay, Yen, later I'm going to run through your question. I'm just run through this first. So, which is the Bedok Mall, bigger than that. I think equal size as Jurong Point. And they are going to have this integrated transport hub. There's some transformation coming along the area. They are going to change this. Beauty World is going to be tear down. The link is going to come up. I think slowly all these places will be changed. MRT is there. So there's a lot of changes which will drive what? Well, we should drive people to what? Want to come in and take a look at this location. So when what happened when you are in a location that you are having a lot of supply, but yet there is what we call the demand, because there is transformation, there is changes in the area, there is limelight in your location. Limelight is the word, which means a lot of people are looking into your location. The price will eventually still have movement, which is what happened in Bukit Timah. Okay, so of course, if you want to buy oh, sorry, I think Eugene just texted me. Yeah, that time got people tell me it's not rainfall, it's rain-tree. I think rainforest is in the other location. I just mixed up my mind. Sorry, very sorry about this. Because here put rain-tree. Okay, so if you want to buy, if you can buy something there is no supply and there's a huge demand in future, then that is something that is what is going to help you. By end of the day, if you can catch one thing, either demand or supply, either one, you are going to be in safe hand. If you look at all these data that I've run through. So before you make any move, before you sell your property, before you even start planning to buy a property, please research based on your own property. Should you even do anything? Should you even sell? Or what? I mean, if you are in a vicinity that there is going to have a huge demand in future, or there's no supply coming up, you can hold on to it if there's a no urgent need to sell, unless you need a change of location for your kids, for your family, and things like that. So or bigger size. So not just selling for the sake of selling. I hope I'm very clear on this. Okay. So and the last thing, I mean, this is something that I think just now Eugene mentioned. Rainforest is in Choa Chu Kang, which is an EC. I keep thinking about EC. I put in here. So Rain Tree is in Bukit Timah. Okay. So is that going to change? I mean, these are the things I'm not going to go through in depth. But what I'm trying to show you is like, like Greater Southern Waterfront, these things like that, like Jurong Lake District last time are going to drive in, right? That's why the resale in Jurong didn't really drop, or even they in fact go up, even though there is a lot of condo in that location. So these are the things, because there's limelight in that location. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the last part, which is the exit plan. Of course, it's not like really an exit plan, but it's talking about if you buy earlier, what is the difference? If you buy later, what is the difference? So after this, then I'm open to question and answer. I'm very happy that we touched 70 today. Later, we are also open to ask you all, what time do you all think is a better time to run? Because last few days I was thinking, should I cancel this live? But I'm thinking last week I tell you all I'm going to go live this 2 p.m. I cannot suddenly say I'm not going live already. So I'm going to ask you for next week or the week after, maybe like the week after Monday. I do not know. Later we are going to let me know so that I can plan it forward, moving forward. So what I'm talking about exit plan, I'm showing you two examples. So this is Coco Palm. Coco Palm, if you see this one, bought in 2014, exit in 2018, bought in 2015, exit in 2019. These two make about 300 over 1,000, 400,000. This one make about $156,000. So there's a drop. Because 2019, there's a lot of supply of new launches coming up, which actually pull down the resale prices slightly. Because the attention turned into new launch. If you notice, the number of transactions per year is somewhere around there. Is hovering around the resale and the new launch. Like there's not much new launch. People will tends to more go into resale, because it's the same group of buyers that we are talking about. It's just that they are buying which one, correct? So when there's no more new launch coming up, the price have to come down slightly. But now I'm going to show you this. You see, when these two owners are bought, they are the same size, 1378. Bought in 2014, they sell in 2018. They make about 400,000. Why does this owner do not want to sell at 2018 and make 400,000? Key thing, they haven't passed their seller stamp duty. You see, once they pass, 1 month later they sell, or less than a month, but the profit drop. Okay, so because of the 4-year seller stamp duty, which is what I'm trying to tell you. Of course, what I'm trying to say is that, like my own case, I got Park Rivera that I cannot exit because I have not passed my seller stamp duty. So if I would have entered earlier 6 months, 9 months, I would have been able to exit now already. So the thing is that the later you enter, the less advantage you are in a situation, because the earlier we enter, we are in a time that we can actually look at the market itself. So we can time the market, things like that. Okay, second thing, Panorama, I'm going to show you one more. Both of them, 2014, 2015, sell at the same time, so they make about the same money of $300,000, which is because same time exit, so the amount of money that you make is almost the same, and the entry price is almost the same also. But what is the difference? This second unit, 2015 buy, 2018 sell, 3 years only, haven't touched a 4-year. You have to pay a 4% SSD, which is $60 over $1,000, which means his profit is cut into 242. Whereas the first one will take a net profit of 309 minus off the agent fee, all these things. I mean, that I didn't, but he don't need to pay the seller stamp duty. So two possibility. One, I sell later. I wait for if the price was going to go down because I see the supply come in, I sell later, then I lose money. I make lesser. Second, what is happening? Second, I sell earlier, but I pay SSD. So what I'm trying to say just now, like example, I buy a condo and I know what is going to happen. I know that there's going to be a few new condos coming out. The land is sold, all these things. I want to sell earlier, but I can't sell because my seller stamp duty is not over. So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you enter early, sometimes you put yourself in a much better position to see the surrounding. If the surrounding is not working to your advantage, you can exit first. But if you come in later, you are in a situation that you cannot time, if you time, you have to pay a price of the seller's stamp duty. So you decide on your own. Of course, I leave it to you. End of the day, I'm just sharing with you based on a very my perspective. End of the day, if you want to do anything, to do a lot of your own research. So what is my summary today about? I think I have 4 choices. First choice is, of course, a new launch with no supply. Second choice is a resale with no supply in the surrounding. Third choice is a new launch with supply. And fourth choice is a resale with a lot of supply in the surrounding. So why am I putting these 4 choices? I mean, who will want to buy the third and the fourth, right? But end of the day, there is some property that is in the location that you want. And of course, I think if you can go through these 4 and based on these 4 to understand, then you go and decide, because sometimes we still, when we know this property is not going to make money, we still want to buy one. I mean, sometimes I'm like that myself also. We are all emotional, man. You buy a car, you're not going to lose money when you still want to buy, correct or not? But based on these 4 to go and decide. Like example, if there is a choice 2, okay, versus you confirm you want resale, choice 2 versus a choice 4. Choice 2, you are not so into that location. Choice 4, you like it a lot. Choice 2 location, you still okay. Maybe you're okay to stay there. Then buy a choice 2. You get what I mean? But if you are like, I'm just buying this for investment, I'm not going to talk about whether I'm going to stay, then I will go for choice 1. So it depends on scenario, family setup. You know, sometimes like I met a lot of customer. Even my girlfriend, when I first tell her to buy a new launch, they tell me, no, I want to buy a house. I want to stay one. I don't want to. I would never want to buy a house for investment. You know, I've been wanting to have my own house, and now you tell me to buy a house, and 3 years I cannot stay. So there is a lot of emotion in this. Sometimes I met my customer. Usually, sometimes it's the husband, but usually it's the wife side, which is, you know, for the family, they want a place. So if there's all this in place, you could go for a good choice too. But end of the day, bear in mind, all these things, all this calculation, plan forward. 5 years later, 10 years later, what are you going to do with this money? Or do you want to go for choice 1 first, so that 5 years later, you have enough money to go for choice 1 and choice 2. So I leave it to you. This is the end of my presentation. So I would like to take some question. And just now I saw some question also. Now is the Q&A time. And of course, I will also want to ask all of you that next week, what time? Because I also do not know what is the best time for all of you. So I think I get feedback from you all is better. Okay, so just now I saw a question. Usually agent will say buy new launch when there is empty plots of land surrounding, as they will bring up the prices of the condo. How do you interpret this? So of course, this is what some agents will be telling you, but this is a very wide question, way of talking. Why I say so? Because you have to see the next land is sold at what price. But if the next land is sold at a much higher price and the launch price is going to be much higher, then it's going to bring up your prices. I mean, if you are buying at 1,002 and the next launch is going to go at 1,600, you can keep first. You're not worried. But if the next launch you are buying 1,200, next launch is only 1,300, then you might want to sell earlier, because they are not so much more expensive. So it's not just as simple as got new land, you're going to make money. Got new land, and to see their price. If their price is low, they are going to be your competitor. If their price is high, they are not going to be your competitor in that way. Okay, so can I ask all of you? I think some of you have been exiting because the sharing has completed. I also want to ask all of you, what is next week? What time is good? I give you 2 options. First option is Monday 8 or 9 p.m. Okay. Second option is Saturday 8 or 9 p.m. So can you let me know, and anybody just put in the chat box so that I can know what to plan next week moving forward. If not, I'm very stressed now. Okay, because I do not know what time to put will be suitable for all of you. So Monday, which is not next Monday, which is 2 weeks later, 8 or 9 p.m. Somewhere there, or Saturday 8 or 9 p.m. Can y'all start to put in the chat Monday 9 p.m. Okay, can. Thank you. Anybody else? Monday 8 p.m. Okay, I think 9 Monday is a good weekday is good. Okay, thank you. Okay, any more so that I can get more feedback? I would know what to expect moving forward. Weekday is good. Okay, so I got 3 reply. I think it's more on the weekday side. So I will either plan Monday or Tuesday, 8 or 9 p.m. Okay, Monday 8 p.m. I think is. Thank you very much. Okay, Monday or Monday. Thank you. Thanks for all your input. So of course now I'm open to questions also. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me so that I can live I can actually address your question? I'm also going to plan forward to have something which is what I call a live session with if you are willing not shy to come on screen, I can do a Zoom with you so that we can be live together, or you can get your agent to represent you to ask question based on your case. Any agents that client have burning question can also approach me. I'm open up. Let me know. Drop me a message. Thank you, everyone. Monday 8 p.m. So I think we are set it at Monday 8 or 9 p.m. I will update you in my artwork. I will then just follow me or share or like my page or this post that we are this live that we are talking about, so that next time when there is new next live, they will inform you lah. Okay. So if there's no question, but of course I'm open to do what I'm open to next session, a live session. If you want, you can ask your agent to help you also. If agents here that is in the live that have client who have burning question that you want to ask me, we can do a session with you. I mean, me and you. Okay, with your client question, with your client case, we do a live analysis based on your case. So I think that will be more fun. And moving forward, I would say that I want to open and explore that lah. Okay. So if there's no question, is any question that you have for me? If there's nothing based on the topic that we are talking about today, okay, I will see y'all 2 weeks from now, because next Monday is just 2 days later. So 2 weeks from now, Monday, either 8 or 9 p.m. I will send you the artwork. I'll see y'all there, and stay safe. Please go out and stay very safe, wear masks, and of course go out and enjoy yourself, but still have the safe distancing. Okay, I see y'all next 2 weeks later. Goodbye. See y'all. Bye bye.